What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Now today we are back here to, of course, review some 2023 Asia Cup India vs Pakistan over one of the rarest one-day games you will ever see played over 2 days. So technically not a one-day game, but of course just bucketing down rain there in Sri Lanka. If you have been paying any attention to the Asia Cup, it's fair to say it's been pretty wet. It's been fucking raining almost every single game. Somehow we've gotten a full game over 2 days. So this is just one of the proudest moments in Asia Cup history for Sri Lanka at the moment, because I tell you what, it was not looking good. But hey, we are going to jump straight into the review for this one. It finally rains some runs in Sri Lanka. India demolished Pakistan by 228 runs in the Super 4. I tell you what, this rivalry is just heating up. I don't know. I actually haven't looked if they can still meet in a final. I presume they can. But if they can meet in a final and give us like another version of this, I mean, I'm all for it. But I do know India, of course, play Sri Lanka tonight at the same ground. And will Virat Kohli go for his 5th century at the same ground? Probably. So, all right, let's get straight into this one. Subscribe if you're new. I think I've already said that shit. Player of the match over a 2-day, 1-day game, Virat King Kohli. I mean, fuck, man, this guy, what is it? He's 47th ODI century. He's only 2 ODI hundreds away from equaling the great Sachin Tendulkar, 49. And then if he gets one more, he's going to get to 50, and he will be the ODI GOAT. Like, I don't even know what the word is. I'm trying to say outstandingly, but that doesn't sound like the word. No one could argue with it. And the fact that he has 47 centuries in one format, it's just scary. Like, I don't even know. That's a lot. That's too many runs for my account. That's almost 5,000 runs just off 100. So just a blistering knock. Really did have to play. He kind of did have slow going early, Virat. Naseem Shah was making the ball talk a little bit early, was, nipping around under the cloud coverage, and he actually did have a few misses there and a few playing misses, and then a few that he would front edge onto his foot or onto his pad. So I'm not saying he got lucky, but definitely, just part and parcel of the cricket, and was able to survive out there and played along with KL Rahul, a 200 plus partnership. And he kind of let KL do his work early, and then KL kind of started to slow down once he got closer to his 100. And then Virat, when he got to about, what was it, like 60? I think around there, he just said, all right, fuck this, we're going for it now. Boundary. And then the last over was just genuine carnage. So we're going to get into a little bit more of it here. India sent him to bat first 2 days ago. So, interesting circumstances, but let's talk about it. Hitman and Shubman Gill, they started really well. I mean, they gave India what exactly you would ask for. Honestly, 2 pretty soft dismissals from both. I mean, Rohit just skied one. He was playing so well. I mean, look at that. Like, this is true Rohit Sharma numbers here. 6 4s and 4 6s, if you don't mind, as the skipper to open up. Off just 49 rocks too. He's actually looked really good this Asia Cup, just hasn't been able to go on from these, 40s and 50s. Shubman Gill, he just didn't read the slower ball there, gone for 58. And then, of course, the rain did come down. It rained down all of day one. After that, pretty much, I mean, Virat, KL out there at the crease, but after that, it was pretty much done after about like 14 runs each. So we then slept. We then woke up. I then read Twitter. I seen that Crick Crazy Johns and Mufa were telling me that the weather was nice and sunny in the morning. That made me feel good. And then the covers came back on a bit later, so that also depressed me. And then suddenly Johns is tweeting that the covers are back off 2 minutes later. So then we finally got some play back in. Kohli and KL resuming at the crease for pretty much not much each. And they finish both not out with big centuries to their name that end up setting just not an impossible target, but something that, I mean, it would have to been Pakistan's greatest, one of their great chases in ODI history here, and it just wasn't going to happen. So let's talk about it. Kohli, KL. Firstly, let's talk about KL Rahul on return from what's been a lengthy stint on the sidelines. The man you know, everyone trolls him, me, you know, as well. But we love KL. We do love KL. Everyone knows the power he possesses, the potential that he's possessed his entire career, the flashes of brilliance that he showed over so much of his career. And then to come out here in a big game against Pakistan where the conditions have just been so unpredictable, not knowing if you're going to be out there batting in 20 minutes or if you're going to be able to have a sleep for the next 10 hours. Really impressive stuff. He just looked so good. Arguably played shot of the day as well when I think it was just after he got 50. And he played this shot where he just read the spin and walked up the crease and just fucking smacked it for 6. It was just beautiful. In saying that, Virat Kohli did hit some pretty good shots towards the end of the innings, which could be shot of the day as well. Especially the last ball, which was like a full toss catch by Kohli, just walked up a little bit and sent it for 6 over his head. Jesus Christ, it was fun to watch. Towards that back end, when Kohli just started unleashing and you had KL who was playing these slog sweeps early and then just kind of, you know, he did slow down a little bit to get his 100, but nonetheless, it was just happy to see him get that. And then Virat, you know, was actually looking kind of uncomfortable early and couldn't really get going. He was yelling at himself. He was frustrated and stuff when he couldn't get a single. And then I think he got to around 70-ish and he just really just took the shackles off and he hit this 1-6. And as soon as he hit that one boundary, it was go time from there. And for the next pretty much rest of the 5 or 6 overs, blistering stuff from Kohli and just picks up a few of the deliveries and sent it. He almost had a pretty much MCG recreation there with one of the shots over the head. I think it was Fahim Ashraf who bowled it and it just went sent straight over his head like it was Haris Rauf. At the MCG, it was dead set ridiculous stuff. Yeah, I mean, if you haven't watched the highlights, go watch it because it's just incredible stuff. And if you have a batting spine to come of Ishan, Hardik, Jadu, Shardul, I mean, that's as dangerous as it gets, especially at a World Cup. So I know the pitches are different in Sri Lanka, conditions are different, but again, this is what I said in a video the other day. If Rohit and Kohli, their 2 big superstars, step up, whether it's a 50 each, and then you have these other guys who build around. This 11's so hard to crack into because of how far they actually bat down. So, yeah. And then the extras, 9. Shout out to the extras there. All right, into the bowling. Shaheen Afridi, Hasbulla. It's just, I don't know what's going on. It actually didn't bowl too bad. He did get a few unlucky ones there that were just like inside edges and trailed away for 4. He did have to carry a lot of the load there as well. No Haris Rauf. And then Naseem Shah went off towards the end as well, which is, not good at all. Shah, none for 53. Bowled really well. Started well. Fahim Ashraf, I don't know what the fuck he's doing in the team. Haris Rauf, unfortunately, did not bowl precautionary, but yeah, you hate to see that for a Raufie. Maybe he was, again, scared of Kohli. I don't want to say that. Did he not want to get smacked over the head for 6? It's probably a smart investment because if he got hit for 6 again over his head, yeah, you just know that social media would not be fair. So probably best choice there, Raufie, to sit that one out. Might have done the same thing myself. Shadab Khan, you know what? He did take a wicket. Whose wicket did he get? Rohit. Okay, so that's why I don't remember it. It felt like it was about 6 days ago. So 1 for 71 off 10. I actually didn't think he bowled that well, especially towards the end. He just started getting carted. Iftikhar Ahmed, none for 52 off 5. And I would have rather see fucking Muhammad Nawaz bowl if I'm Pakistan there. Iftikhar Ahmed, brother, what the hell was going on? It was just... Yeah, if I was a Pakistan fan, man... They can be the most frustrating team to watch, even not as a Pakistan fan. Just watching them from a neutral perspective, sometimes their fielding is shocking. They either look so good or they just look poor, and it's like, they need to find a middle ground in big games like this as well. In saying that, let's get to the carnage of Pakistan. So, few more rain delays in between, bit of rain, bit of shit coming down, and we're just saying, all right, let's get out there and play. Fakhar Zaman, 27 off 50. I mean, the man tried to play a test innings, and he just got an absolute peach from Kuldeep Yadav, who, of course, we will express our feelings towards Kuldeep a little bit more in the video, but fuck, he looked good. Imam ul Haq, 9. See you later. Jasprit Bumrah was... bro, that ball, unplayable. Bumrah, for at least that first 3 to 4 overs of his spell, was dead set some of the best pace white ball bowling you will ever see. Like, the ball doesn't have to be shiny as fuck to make it move. Just look at his wrist work and the way that Bumrah just fucking, I don't even know, he just like flicks it after he bowls, and it is just scary pace. The man has not lost anything off his pace. His run-up is the same. He still looks scary, and yeah, that ball was doing all sorts. And with all due respect to the Pakistan batsmen, there's not much they could have done to Bumrah. I mean, respectfully, yeah, it was going both ways. Imam ul Haq, I mean, he was the first pole to fall, and it was just a good catch from Shubhi Gill behind. Babar! No Multan, no Babar. I mean, if he's not playing at home, this is what I said at the start of the tournament too, that he will win. He will make the most runs in this tournament, probably just because he starts with a big century at home. And it's almost looking that way. If he just puts a few more runs on, he just might. But again, pretty hard delivery there to play from Hardik. Did not read it. Came back in a mile and fucking cleaned Babar up. And I'm not going to lie, as soon as that moment happened, I was thinking, yeah, no, this is going to be a long finish here for Pakistan. Mohammad Rizwan, yeah, not to be, is it? I mean, Shardul Thakur, I think, is that his first pole at an Asia Cup? I'm unsure, but yeah, bowled well. Good delivery there. You love to see it. I mean, what's not to love about that? Salman, Agar, Kuldeep Yadav, that's all that can be said about that. Iftikhar Ahmed, Kuldeep Yadav, that's all that can be said again. I mean, it was just a short, it was there to be hit, and he hit it straight to Kuldeep, caught and bowled, and that was good to see. Shadab Khan, I don't know. Like, you know, I'm a big fan of Shadab Khan. I've actually liked him when I've watched him play, but he's inconsistent, isn't he? Like, he either goes really well and takes 3 for 40 and makes 40 off 20 deliveries, or he, you know, goes out for nothing and doesn't bowl all that terrific. So, yeah. You see that a lot with a lot of all-rounders these days, just their consistency. But I guess when you're bowling to fucking Kohli and KL Rahul, who are smacking everything, it's not exactly easy, is it? Fahim Ashraf, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. You could stick me out there with one toe, and I'm probably a better option. Shaheen Afridi, he did hit a nice 6 there, actually. I think that was off. Was that off Bumrah or Siraj? I can't remember. Maybe it was off someone else. Who knows? Oh, no. It was Kuldeep. It was Kuldeep at the end. Naseem Shah, Haris Rauf, they just swallowed their pride and said, nah, fuck that. I'm not going out there. The ball's doing too much. We're going to lose anyways. I do not care enough to go out there. And you know what? I would have been out there. Like, you know what? I'm not even going to lie, it did tickle me the wrong way when Naseem and Ralphie didn't go out there to bat. The game was over. There would have been no point, but do you play for the heart and soul of your country? Put the fucking heart on the line and get out there. But did you see what Nathan Lyon did in the Ashes on one fucking pinky toe? And he still hit boundaries. So, anyways, they weren't going to win unless Rauf and Shah put together a 200-run partnership, which, I mean, it would have been interesting to watch, huh? All right, into the bowlers. Bumrah. Fuck, he's good, isn't he? It's going to be so... I mean, India have just missed this guy so much. A strike, scary, big pace bowler who opens the bowling. Like, they have missed this. They've been using Siraj as that guy. And as good as Siraj has been over the last 12, 18 months, he's not the same as Bumrah, who was... Yeah, he is him. Like, he is dead set crazy. 1 for 18 off 5, and God, they just missed him so much. Like, he just puts that much pressure on the batting early, racks up a maiden to start off with, and yeah, you're just under the pump straight away. And then you've got Siraj, who's following him, who, look, maybe didn't bowl his best, but only needed to bowl 5 overs, none for 23. Pandya, good pole, gets Babar out, the big wicket. Shardul, 1 for 16. Kuldeep Yadav. Yes, let's go. I mean, this is what can make you happy. This is what makes you smile when you go to bed at night. Kuldeep Yadav takes fifer, and KL Rahul and Virat Kohli make centuries. I mean, if you're an Indian fan, I don't think you would have had a better sleep like that in a while, probably since the MCG game. So, man, bowled terrific. He looked so good, and there was that one delivery that just played on straight. I think it was the one to Fakhar Zaman, or was it the delivery to Agar? It was either one, but it just stayed low and it stayed on straight when it looked like it was just going to spin for all money, and it just stayed straight. And I was like, man, Kuldeep, like, stop it. You are a filthy man. Stop it. Jadu, none for 26 off 5. I mean, Jadu has literally, I predicted him as the MVP of this tournament. Has the man had the bat? Has he actually had the bat all tournament? I don't even think he has. Oh, no. Did he bat the first game against Pakistan, I think, when it got rained out? Maybe. Look, it was too long ago now, but hey, just class, all class from India. Big win here. And now let's go to the table so we can kind of predict what's going on next. So, India v Sri Lanka today. Let's fucking pray that rain stays away, because with all due respect, the game is played at Virat Kohli's home. I mean, man, Kohli has got 4 centuries in a row. What is this crap? Google, leave me alone. Kohli has got 4 centuries now in a row at this one ground. He might bring up ODI century number 48 and the 5th one in a row at this one ground. I mean, I don't know if there's any other record that someone has like that, but it is dead set just... You'd be scared. I mean, Paddy Rana and Thikshana, I mean, they were up till 6 a.m. this morning thinking of ways to get him out. But, yeah, if you're a betting man, I'd be putting my money on Kohli to probably make a ton tonight. But, hey, that will cap us off. I hope we all enjoyed. Actually, hold on a minute. Hold on. Let's go through just so I can see the tables. So, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, India, Bangladesh. So, Super 4. Ooh, so tonight's pretty big. So, if India win and then Pakistan beat Sri Lanka the next day, it'll be a Pakistan-Sri Lanka final. Because, yeah, Bangladesh, nah, they're fucked. All right, they're done. I thought they actually had gotten a win, but maybe not. So, hey, that will cap us off. India, demolition against Pakistan. Are they going to meet again in the final? Who knows? I hope so. But, hey, I hope we all enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new. And I'll see everyone in the next one.